Hey Paranormies, it's Alice and Jen, and you're on the light side of the paranormal.
Welcome to the 31 Days of Halloween, where we bring you awesome spooky content from October 1st all the way to the most wonderful time of the year, Halloween.
So today we are reacting to slapped ham because we got so many requests for it and we're looking forward to doing that again.
And he put out a Halloween themed video this week, so we couldn't not watch it.
We couldn't resist.
But quickly before we get started, if you are new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun spooky content we put out daily during the 31 days of Halloween and twice a week all year round.
And the name of the video that we're reacting to today is Scary Halloween Videos to Watch at 3 a.m. This is the first time Jenna and I have gotten cute and stayed cute until the wee hours of the night. So sorry, we are running on like the second wind after being tired, so it might be a little bit
Fourth
kooky and
wind.
crazy. Because yeah, it's
3:20. This video is extra long. I think it's over 33 minutes or 36 minutes, and we want to react to the whole thing, which will make it a very long video. So I'm going to chop this in half and we will deliver it as a two-parter back to back. And so this will be part one of our slapped ham reaction for Halloween. This better be scary. Let me preface this video by saying I really hope this is scary. I need a good scare.
come on, slapped ham.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. So today we have something a little bit special. It's some bonus content for the week. It's a huge compilation of some super scary video clips that are freaking the internet out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. Uploaded by YouTuber Frank Wilcox, this next clip captures a truly historical televised event. Apparently airing in Jacksonville, Florida in 2007 and interrupting a daytime broadcast of Matlock, the footage has since been immortalised online. The telecast was completely normal until it was suddenly hijacked, much to the surprise of those watching.
The hair.
Is this
The
what it
terrifying
was?
footage shows a man dressed in a bird
Oh.
mask, closely resembling an old-time plague doctor.
I thought this was a
soft
transition,
version.
yeah.
Throughout the hijacked broadcast, the man's purpose remains unclear. He
is
speaks
he
with a
saying?
distortedly low voice that constantly changes pitch, and there are heavily warped film and audio effects overlaid, obscuring both the man and his voice.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, I don't like it. Could you imagine watching TV and this comes on?
However, the fact
No,
that he's not heard
especially back
making any
then.
demands seems to make the clip even creepier, as viewers are left feeling that they might have been exposed to a message that was far more insidious.
Yeah, like something
Subliminal.
Ew, I don't like it.
That was really, really dark.
I want to know what he was saying in that. Like, what was being said in that broadcast? I wonder if you can, like, Google it and find out.
And I'm sure that his purpose, like he would have had to go through a lot of trouble to get that broadcasted and to
Yeah.
infiltrate in that way. And so,
Like, what was the purpose?
right, like it probably wasn't just, hey, I want to be on TV. Like, I'm sure that there was a darker purpose at hand there.
Yuck. Ricky.
This freaky footage, captured and sent to us by the fiancé of San Diego fan Daniel Anders, is one of the creepiest pieces of Ring footage we've seen yet. The footage,
Oh, the
captured
Ring
on
doorbell.
December 11, 2019 at 3:49 a.m, shows an unknown man walking up to Anders' front door. After getting up close and personal with the camera, the man
has
slinks
no
off to the
arms.
side of the doorway, talking to himself. Creepier still, no one in the home at the time was woken up by the man. However, they were all alerted to his presence when they received alerts of suspicious activity from the Ring camera system the next morning. Reviewing the video, it's clear they would have had no idea the man had gotten so close to their home, without the Ring camera alerting them the next day. This just begs the question of how many of these odd occurrences happen while we think we're safe inside our own
What was
homes.
he saying?
I think that was just a case of like mental health Possibly addictions, someone wandering the streets at night.
Drinking or something, yeah.
Not realizing what they're really doing, maybe not in their right mind.
Did he not have arms? Or was his arms just like sucked into his shirt?
I think he did not have arms.
This terrifying footage, posted by Reddit user TurtlesFly315, shows two separate clips of the same unsettling occurrence. The video begins as a strange winged animal is seen crawling up the side of a church.
Just a freaking
The creature
dragon?
is dark and menacing, looking very similar to the classic depiction of a demon or even a gargoyle.
Oh yeah, gargoyle!
As the beast is some distance away, it's difficult to gauge its size. However, it seems to be about the size of a fully grown man with an impressive wingspan and what appear to be very sharp claws. It crawls its way up the side of the church. Once it reaches the apex, it perches on top of a large cross.
I have a hard time like this.
While skeptics have been quick to dismiss this footage as an elaborate hoax, others are not so sure. Captured by two different people at the same time, the dual perspectives of this ominous creature have led many to believe that the sighting is indeed real. Both clips capture the demon as it perches on the cross.
The movements are very low.
It then extends its wings before
CGI.
leaping off.
Kind of feels
The beast
remote
flies through
controlled
the air
to
as
me.
both camera
Yeah.
holders attempt to follow its movements.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they lose sight of it as it disappears behind the building tops.
Sorry guys, it's gonna be a no from me.
No from me, Doc.
Was this a real demon caught on camera? Or is it more likely to have been a clever editing job? Let me know what you think in the comments section below.
I ain't buying it, but if they are real, I want one as a pet. I want one as, I want one near
coming
my
over.
home. I think they're really cute and cool. Take me for a ride.
We've seen our fair share of scary Japanese ghost videos, both in the city and out in the countryside.
Yes.
This clip, captured in an unknown Japanese city, continues this trend, proving that these occurrences can happen in even the most densely populated areas. This dark video shows a man walking through what appears to be an old hospital. He focuses on several objects in the seemingly abandoned building, including what almost looks like a ritual altar.
Yeah.
Something resembling a skeleton is shown in what is more clearly shown as an empty hospital.
Okay.
Abandoned equipment
As
and
long as it
beds
doesn't
add to
move.
the creep factor. Walking down a hallway, a shadowy figure appears at the opposite end. Most of the lights appear to be off, save for some emergency lights. The camera
that's
holder
creepy.
doesn't seem to notice this mysterious figure. At the very end of the clip, the explorer places the camera down to have a better look around. Just as the explorer returns to the camera, a sinister figure is seen moving behind him,
Oh.
seemingly unnoticed as the video cuts out.
Edited.
I don't think any paranormal investigator has ever just put their camera down while they went and checked out an area. You might put a camera down while you take another camera to go check out an area.
You
Yeah.
want that camera with you just in case you see something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Find something. And the way that the spirits looked were very like copy and pasty.
Yeah, it almost looked like, you know, when you can get those apps that just like superimpose.
Well, like
things
that
on-
one that we tried.
I don't want to
and
talk
was-
about it. We tried one. No good.
No.
Perhaps even creepier than freaky footage of spirits harassing unsuspecting victims is more pointed torment aimed directly at children. Re-uploaded to Reddit by user Adrian the Goat, this video has gained quite a bit of attention since it was initially uploaded.
What?
As the
Every time I
original
see baby
uploader,
cams,
Ghost Pubes
I
1,
think of your
explains in the
experience.
title, the footage seen of their 2-year-old son was captured at night by a baby monitoring camera. At first, the footage appears to simply show what is a baby enduring a fitful night of rest. The baby is sleeping on its stomach, its legs kicking out behind him.
It's not sleeping. That baby is not sleeping.
However, what initially appears to be an orb of light continues to
Messing
float
around.
around the baby throughout the video. At times, it comes so near as to appear to almost be moving deliberately around the baby. Just as the baby looks to be kicking out fitfully once again, the orb of light aligns itself directly with the baby's leg, seemingly pulling the baby's leg as it jerks out violently.
Oh, whoa.
The baby
What?
returns to a fitful sleep, kicking around. While one could have thought of this as just a one-time coincidence,
What?
that idea is quickly dispelled, as the baby's leg is seemingly pulled again
Oh.
by the intruding light.
What?
Whatever the floating orb is, it's clear that the multiple attempts to pull the baby's legs were purposeful.
That baby was
Viewers
sleeping.
can only hope that the potential spirit is a playful prankster, rather than malicious.
Don't touch the kids.
Yeah, come on. Leave the doggos and the babies alone.
Well, preferably, leave us all alone. But
Yeah.
unless you're nice, don't be dragging people out of their beds.
Yeah, that's crazy. So when I had first seen it, I was like, okay, like babies tend to move in unnatural ways because they haven't quite figured out
Yeah.
what their limbs are doing yet. So it could be just like kicking and sprawling out in a really unnatural looking way. But when the leg was straightened out and held there for
Yeah,
a
I was
couple of
like-
seconds, that didn't seem natural to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that baby's not sleeping. It's just like, messing around till it falls asleep, which kids totally do. But now I feel like that thing was manipulating its legs and keeping it from falling asleep.
This is some really creepy footage that started spreading around the internet in 2015. The clip was filmed by two guys looking out the window of their apartment. They started filming when they noticed a strange figure walking through the graveyard adjacent to their apartment
You
block.
mean just a normal
In
person?
the footage, we
Yeah.
see what appears to be a lady dressed in white. She walks eerily from tombstone to tombstone, touching her head against the graves. The two men try and get her attention by yelling out, but she takes no notice. At one point, she takes a flower from one of the graves, smells it, then walks somberly through the yard. She even begins skipping and dancing on one tombstone to the next, completely oblivious to the world around her. Finally, she walks behind a large gravestone monument and disappears completely, never to be seen again. The two men continue filming for some time, but fail to spot the eerie lady ever again.
That's a live human being like struggling with their mental health.
Yeah, no, I feel like that too. That was the vibe I got. That she was, moving eerily. I didn't see her put her head on any tombstone. It looked like she was like reading them, like going like this to read them. I guarantee she probably went behind that large tombstone and just sat down. Sat down for longer than they were willing to sit and watch, right?
Ooh, I'm getting a ringing in my ear.
Hmm.
The left side.
I'm right. But that's just what I think.
I totally agree with you.
While Ghost Investigators Society members Brendan Cook and Barbara McBeath were exploring an abandoned mental asylum in Ogden, Utah, they managed to capture a very chilling EVP.
I love you.
This audio, taken from an excerpt of the program Midnight in the Desert, was uploaded to the YouTube channel KP in September 2015. According to Cook and McBeath, they were called in to investigate by the current owner of the property after several strange occurrences were reported during renovations. After searching the building, Cook decided to leave his mic in one of the rooms. Several minutes passed before it suddenly picked up a series of very chilling noises. Among the noises, you can hear what sounds like a voice. Some believe it could be a woman or child saying, help me, I'm drowning, I can't breathe."
Okay. I gotta
recording
pause
was-
it. I hear Kathleen something. I love you.
Ooh, okay, wait. Let's play it back. Listening to it with what Jenna said in mind. Kathleen.
Kathleen. And then I don't know what it says, and then at the very end, I love you.
And there's also a darker,
Yeah,
deeper voice. I
yes.
shouldn't say darker, a deeper voice.
A man, but was that them? I don't know.
Right. Okay. Wow, I totally hear what you were saying. I totally hear what you're saying. I heard when he had said, you know, help me and all that. I heard one of the help me's when I was looking for help me, but the other help me didn't sound like a help me. And then I didn't hear I can't breathe, and I didn't hear I'm drowning.
Same. Yeah, I didn't hear those two things.
But what you said,
It almost sounds like...
it sounds way more like
kind of
that.
like an accent, like Kathleen.
Yeah, Kathleen.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's listen to let's see the rest of this.
The recording also sounds as if it's picked up the voice of a male that seems to be grunting intermittently between the cries for help. The audio then continues for several more seconds before the sound of splashing water can be heard.
I didn't hear that at all in the other one.
No, it was
This
after.
recording.
It was after.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
They were just showing it then, but that's so strange. If you caught water, clear sounds of water, and there was no water where you were recording, like that's a very clear splash of water.
That's huge evidence.
It is one of the clearest EVPs ever captured, and as so is thought by some skeptics to be a hoax. However, many others believe that it proves that the dead are capable of communicating with us. Perhaps in this case, it could be the voice of someone who was forcibly drowned in a bathtub.
Oh gosh.
Cook claims that there was no one in the building at the time the recording was made. He thinks that it could be some kind of residual audio loop that is present in the atmosphere.
That's what I was going to say.
McBeath agrees, adding that she feels like the voice belongs to a person who wants somebody to know what happened to them. What do you think? Have the investigators really captured the voice of someone who drowned in this mental asylum? Or could there be another explanation for this startling audio recording?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, that was good.
That was so good.
This footage was captured by paranormal investigators after they were called to search a suspected haunted house. This house, located in Rowlandsgill, England, is notoriously haunted and known by local residents as a paranormal hotbed. Paranormal investigator Terry Johnson was asked to perform a study on the house to see if they could find any evidence of a haunting. Terry and his crew set up several cameras around the house, and at around 10:20 p.m. on the Sunday night, they asked for the spirits to reveal themselves. Moments later, a chair moved on its own right in front of the camera. If you take a look at the footage, you can see some strange lights and orb-like objects floating around the room. Then suddenly the chair moves. After being interviewed by the Newcastle Chronicle, Terry said he was gobsmacked by what they had captured on film. Since then, the footage has been spread around the internet, causing a lot of discussion on social media. Many find the footage a little too convenient, calling it a hoax, while others believe it to be genuine evidence of the existence of ghosts and an afterlife.
Is that a live human being sitting behind him, or is that a spirit? Because it really looked like a person.
It was a girl working on her computer.
Okay,
Behind them at the table.
Okay, perfect.
Which she's very close to the chair and could have like kicked it or something, but I'm not saying it's not real. That was just my thought.
The way that she was distorted in the dark, I was like, are we seeing that right now? 'Cause
No, there was definitely a girl, because when
Okay.
it moves, she looks immediately. You can see her ponytail and everything.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, the chair was really interesting.
Posted to Reddit by user A Major Malfunction, this security camera footage might actually show some sort of poltergeist activity. Waiting until the only worker present has left the area, the supposed spirit seems to immediately begin moving a nearby cart. The cart dislodges from its position and appears to move in a purposeful manner before falling from the ledge, sending all of its contents crashing to the ground. Given the manner in which the cart moves, it seems there could be more at play here than just simple physics. That, coupled with the fact that there are several similar carts nearby that remain perfectly still, tends to indicate that a mischievous poltergeist might be involved. What's more, the angle of the camera clearly shows there's no one nearby. Given the directions in which the cart moves, it would seem that if a person was responsible for its motion, then they would have surely shown up on the film.
I know exactly how it would have been done.
There looks like movement over here too.
So what do you think? Could this footage
Well,
really
actually,
show
I don't
evidence
know
of
if
a
it's
resident poltergeist? Or was the cart's sudden movement just a huge coincidence? Unfortunately, without more
yeah.
information, we may never learn the truth behind
Almost like
this
they're cranking
mysterious
something,
video.
okay? In that little window.
Yeah, or whatever
Yes.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a window to me.
Do you think that was fake?
So if we're looking at the cart, 4 sides. Okay. It's parked in this way. If there was a string, we'll say, attached to the leg of this particular post, if they were to pull it from there, it would have
Turn.
moved like that.
Right.
That's exactly how the movement. So when you talked about physics, I was like, well, it makes sense. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think he was kind of leaning toward the fact that physics wouldn't allow it to just move on its own like that.
Oh, yeah,
If it
okay.
was bumped or something, it would probably just move a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was pulled, yeah, it would spin.
Looking at the direction that it
Yeah.
moves, that's what could have happened there.
I agree.
The movement, though, I didn't see that until you pointed
Yeah,
that out.
something is moving in the background there. It's like, yeah, I don't know what it is.
Half the fun is just trying to debunk these.
Also, just make yourself feel better by thinking they're fake.
Yeah, that's true.
While a majority of the freaky footage we've seen occurs at night or when no one happens to be around, there are rare moments when weird footage is captured in the middle of the day. Those moments can prove to be even creepier than the alternative, as this video, uploaded by Reddit user Halo600, shows. What starts off as an innocent Snapchat photo session in the mirror becomes something more sinister during the playback.
What?
The video depicts a young woman smiling into her camera,
Holy crap.
clearly unaware of any odd presence around her while she's filming the video.
How would you not
It's
see
clear,
that?
however, that the creepy figure became visible to the young woman before uploading, as she mentions the face in her video's caption.
I need to zoom in on that.
No.
What is seen when the viewer finally notices
Like
the
an older
face is
lady.
a creepy
Oh, it's
pale
way
skinned
less
figure
creepy when you zoom
positioned
in.
behind the young woman in the bathroom.
Okay, I know we're talking about
With its life,
but originally it almost looked like a doll face.
Yeah, like I was seeing like almost like a weird, creepy Halloween mask.
Yes. It kind of looked like Michael Myers mask.
Yeah, but then zoomed in.
I find it creepier zoomed in because it looks like an actual woman.
Yes, it's creepier because it's more realistic and
Yeah.
believable, but it's less like terrifying.
Yes,
like, it's like,
right.
okay, it's someone's sweet old granny standing behind this lady.
Wow. I mean, you hope that she's sweet.
lifelessly coloured
true.
skin
They're not all
and
sweet.
deep-set black eyes, the figure is clearly nothing, if not ill-intentioned, making it hard for viewers to watch as the unsuspecting woman continues posing for her video, unaware of the malevolent figure nearby.
With the perspective, like, if that was an actual woman, like, she's not that far behind her, so she wouldn't be that small.
Okay,
Like,
I mean,
her head was like this compared, right? Because if it fit here between her and her phone,
right?
she wasn't that far back. You could tell how close she was to the wall. So it's even scarier. Like, it can't be, like, it's even less likely to be faked.
Right, I see what you're
Right?
saying.
With just somebody standing behind her. She had her head was the size of a doll.
Right.
Creepy.
I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at anymore. It's weird. Like, the more that we analyze this, the more it's
The
like...
weirder it is.
Yeah.
This photo was posted to social media a few years ago. The user said that her mum took the photo of her uncle lying on a grave but didn't notice anything strange at the time. Her mum and uncle had been out drinking at a local bar when they decided to walk through the cemetery. The uncle decided to lie down on the grave and get the photo taken.
Not a great
When they
idea.
reviewed the photo the next day, they were dumbfounded at what they saw. There, just above the uncle, is a white presence of some kind. It looks as though it's leaning over the man. Allegedly, the tombstone dates back to the American Revolution. What do you think that is? Is it just a camera malfunction, or has the photo captured something far more mysterious?
I believe that.
Hey, buddy, get up off my grave.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to rest here.
Or like, I'm dead. So I want to make sure, are you okay? Are you dead?
Right.
Don't die on my grave.
Something like that. My God, that was so weird. Like,
That's very cool.
and it was definitely hunched over looking at
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
This chilling EVP recording was uploaded to Project Ghost's YouTube channel in August 2010. It was captured during a paranormal investigation at a squash club in Swinton, South Yorkshire, UK. Originally a movie house known as the Roxy Cinema, The building was first opened on the 15th of July 1929. It had a stadium-style auditorium with a maximum seating capacity of 904. On the 3rd of April 1965, the cinema suddenly closed its doors, despite still having the coming attractions advertised. The building was eventually turned into a skate centre and then later a squash club. According to the video's description, the club's manager had reported the presence of a shadow ghost and had also seen several bottles moving by themselves. During their investigation of the old building, the paranormal researchers managed to capture this EVP of what they believe is someone saying, "I'm one down here." Others who have heard the clip have suggested that the voice might actually be saying, "I'm not done here."
Yes.
I hear that.
Yes.
Have
I hear
these
that.
paranormal investigators
makes more
actually
sense.
captured
Yes.
proof of the ghost that is said to be haunting this old building? What do you think the voice is actually saying?
Yeah.
Let us know
I
what you
hear it.
think in the comment section below.
I'm not done here.
That's cool.
Especially considering what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it
it's
kind of makes sense.
Such a creepy, like, it's very eerie. We're just going to stop it there, and this will be the end of part 1 of this reaction, so make sure that you catch the second half tomorrow. And if you like this video, please make sure to give that button a little boop, because it helps us out so much. And don't forget to comment down below what you thought of the clips that we've already watched, and which one did you find the scariest.
And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Instagram at TLS_paranormal. Mine and Jenna's Instagrams are going to be in the description as well if you want to follow those too. And as always, live your life with love and light.
And keep on creeping on.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.